Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, what shall we do? Think. I know. Teacher, me. Yeah. So today we can make, no. What do you mean make? Oh yeah, I can tell. How did Kalpana Chawla die? Okay guys, did you ever know this? Like how Kalpana Chawla died? So until most of the people have known, they tell because the atmosphere was heated, like so hot, because of global warming in the thermosphere, it bursted. And another reason, people took it for granted. They said the crewmates did something wrong. And it is totally wrong. So, first let's learn this. So this is the space shuttle. A spaceship with wings like birds. And that has been carried by the rocket. Okay? So, when it has been carried, something has happened to the wing. So before going to that, let's first come to this. So, in rockets, in spaceships and in space shuttles, they use two types of fuels. One is thick fuel, like meaning it's hard, like how mud is. And one more is liquid fuel, like petrol, diesel. So, these are the two things they use as petrol in rockets and space shuttles. So it's hydrogen liquid and oxygen liquid. So first they connect two pipes and then they come and then they go to one place, mixing up together and generating the fire to come out. So now, before going to the topic of this, let's first revise Kalpana Chawla's life. Okay. So, she was born in Kurnool, near Jammu and Kashmir. So, she was the only one who was able to complete aeronautical science in her class. And after she passed all the master degrees, she was certified to be a specialist in aeronautical science. So, she joined NASA. She wasn't able to talk English so fluent, but she did learn it. Yeah. So after that, she had her first space mission. And she was the first Indian woman to go to moon. Great, right? So, her first mission only started off with only the Columbia Space Shuttle. So, there is no rocket carrying it. It started right from the space shuttle directly. Since they didn't have all these hyper technology and all, they didn't know that. So, after that, she landed safe. So, in her first mission, she landed safe. But then, there were some technical failures. Yeah, I'm a monkey. So, there are some technical failures in the space shuttle they went, named Columbia Space Shuttle. So, she had to go on a second mission, which was on 2001. But then, since the space shuttle had different failures, it took them 2 years to settle it back. So that 2 years later in 2003, their mission started. So in that time, there was a rocket carrying the space shuttle. The space shuttle did not have fire coming out. But after it reached the orbit with the rocket carrying it, the rocket fell apart and fire came out of the space shuttle and it went. So the thing was, while coming with the space shuttle to Earth, when it entered, is there a word like that? Oh, entered the Earth's orbit, the orbit of the atmosphere, it blasted. All the crewmates died. They shattered. And most of the parts still landed on Earth, but the rest of the parts are somewhere in space. So until some satellite finds them, we won't really get them. They're somewhere wandering around in space. So, do you know in a space shuttle, the temperature should always be cool? Because if the fuel gets heated up, then there are chances the whole space shuttle can break. So, there are these tiles, the small brick tiles. They're not actually bricks, but they are placed on the outer layer of the space shuttle. So, those prevent from too much heat entering the space shuttle. Example like this. Sun and then heat traveling and then coming into the spaceship. So that shouldn't happen. Because if the fuel heats up, there are chances the whole space shuttle can burst and shatter into pieces. And that's what really happened. So, there are these small brick tiles. So they're not really bricks, but then they are cubes. And they're not really tiles. They're basically small cubes, like the size of my hand. So, the top is, it can hold 1200 degrees Celsius. Or maybe you can say Fahrenheit. And the bottom can hold 2200 degrees Celsius. It's done, And you know how it bursted? Just kidding, guys. We totally forgot the wings. So the wings can hold 3000 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, what happened is, right when the space shuttle was going up, one of the pieces fell from the rocket and hit the bottom of the wing, which broke one of the tile 10 inches deep. Right when it was launching, the NASA management team saw it. But then they didn't want to tell it to the crew team members because it was already launched. And one more reason was they didn't want the crew team members to panic, so that something might go wrong and then they just directly might come back to Earth. So after it reached Moon, while coming back, it was becoming too much hot. And while landing, the air pressure was going in and in and in inside the spaceship. And then all the crew team members, what they felt was they were not able to breathe. And then a piece of the wing just broke. And then the temperature was rising slow by slow. And then it just shattered into pieces. She was a good person. And India said she should have never joined NASA. She could have joined ISRO. India said that. And Kalpana Chawla, she became so famous. In her remembrance, there is also something called the Chawla Scholarship. And there are also some mountains called Chawla, Kalpana Chawla. So guys, never forget her. Remember for your whole life. And then take her as your inspiration. Okay guys, subscribe, like and share. Bye.